Welcome back to Boring Guy DIY. Today we're going to be going over the use and operation of power drills, impact drivers, some of the most commonly used accessories and fasteners. I will also go into detail on their most common uses and some best practices. Let's get to it. Drill drivers come in two configurations: battery operated and plug-in. Battery-operated drills are commonly used when convenience is a factor. Plug-in are used when longevity and high torque are used for certain applications. The anatomy and function of a plug-in versus battery-operated drill driver is very similar. Today, I'll be focusing on the battery-operated counterpart, as this is the most commonly used tool. Attached to the front of the drill body is a drill chuck. This is used to fasten a drill bit or screwdriver tip to the body of the drill. On the handle, there's a trigger. This applies rotational force to the drill chuck, or the drill bit or screwdriver tip inserted. Less pressure equals less RPM or less speed, while more pressure on the trigger equals higher RPM or more speed. Behind the trigger is a toggle switch. This allows you to toggle between a counterclockwise rotation and a clockwise rotation, depending on the application you are currently performing. Counterclockwise is typically used for removing fasteners, while clockwise is used for drilling and applying fasteners to a substrate. On the top of the drill, there is a toggle selector in the middle of the body. This is used to choose the speed of the drill. Speed 1 is typically used for higher torque or fastening applications, while speed 2 is used for higher RPM or higher speed drilling applications. In front of the toggle switch and in between the chuck is a clutch. This will control or regulate the torque that is applied to your fastener. The lower the number, the lower the torque. The higher the number, the higher the torque. Let's take a look at some of the most commonly used accessories for the drill driver. Drill bits. These are standard twist bits. These can be used for drilling out wood, metal, or other non-masonry materials. They come in a wide variety of sizes in different materials to suit your particular task. Step bits. These are used to drill thin sheets of material, usually metal. The deeper you go, the bigger the hole. Forstner bits. These are used to drill large, clean holes through wood. Countersink bits are used to recess screws into your wood projects. Ship augers are typically used to drill large holes through large pieces of timber. And finally, screw bits. These are essential to any of your fastening needs. You can buy a case like this or buy them individually based on your particular application. In front of us are the most commonly used fasteners fastened with a drill driver. We'll start with drywall screws. As you can see, drywall screws come in two different flavors. They come in a fine thread and a coarse thread. They are to always be used inside as they have very little rust protection. A fine drywall screw is used to fasten drywall to a metal stud, where a coarse drywall screw is used to fasten drywall to a wood stud. Please, again, only use these to fasten drywall or small projects that have no load-bearing capacity, as they are very fragile and prone to rust. Moving on to the outdoor screws, we have a trim head screw. Now keep in mind, all of these screws are coated or made with a material that is weather resistant. This will keep them looking good and keep the strength intact when exposed to outdoor weather. Trim head screws have a very small head. These are used to apply trim or deck boards where you don't want a large fastener sticking out. Coated deck screws. I have two different versions here. We have a Phillips head and a Torx head. This refers to the screwdriver bit that you'll use to fasten them. The older style bits are Phillips. These tend to be really easy to use and very common. The only issue is these can tend to slip and cause gouging of the thread. Torx bit have come along in the past 10 to 15 years, and they have a star-shaped screwdriver bit that usually comes in the box. These apply much easier, and you won't have those issues with stripping out the head as you do with Phillips screws. Deck screws can be used in many non-load-bearing outdoor applications, like installing deck boards, building small projects, planters, anything that doesn't require a load-bearing screw. And finally, we have pocket hole screws. I'll make a video about this in the future, but these pocket hole screws are a specialized screw that are used for pocket hole jigs and attaching things in that manner. The anatomy and function of an impact driver is very similar to that of a drill driver, the only major difference being in the chuck. An impact driver uses a 1/4 inch hexagonal shaft to fasten the screw bit or drill bit to the body. To fasten the screw bit, you simply pull forward on the chuck, which is spring-loaded, insert the bit, and release. Keep in mind that you should only be using impact-rated screwdriver bits or drill bits for this tool. If not, they can shatter under the high torque and cause injury. While drill drivers and impact drivers can perform many of the same functions, they are really more suited towards particular tasks. A drill driver is more useful for drilling applications. It is also more useful when you need a little bit more finesse when applying certain fasteners. An impact driver is really best suited towards high torque, large fastener applications. The high torque is great because you can really apply a fastener in a quick amount of time with a lot of torque. The issue is you lose a lot of the finesse that you have with a drill driver. To apply a drill bit or screwdriver bit to the chuck of a drill driver, follow these steps. Rotate the chuck clockwise until the opening is large enough for the shaft of the drill bit or screwdriver bit. Insert the drill bit and turn counterclockwise until you feel the bit tightening in the chuck. Now that the bit is fully fastened, you're ready to drill. Before you begin drilling with your drill driver, there are a few things to consider. First is material type. Ensure that your drill bit is rated to drill into the material you are working with. Second is the speed of your drill. When working with softer materials like wood and smaller drill bits, a higher RPM is typically acceptable. When working with harder materials like metal or larger bits, a lower RPM or a lower speed is suitable to avoid overheating the drill bit. When you're ready to drill, ensure that the drill bit is always perpendicular to your surface, whether that be in a vertical position or a horizontal position. That is key to getting a straight hole through your material. When ready to drill, ensure that the toggle switch is in the clockwise position. Then apply even pressure to the back of the drill body. When ready, apply pressure to the trigger to start drilling your material. Before fastening anything with your drill driver, there are a few things to consider. First, set your drill driver to the lowest speed or lowest torque setting. This allows higher torque to better fasten the fastener, but also allows a little bit more finesse in a slower speed. Secondly, ensure that the correct bit is installed that matches your fastener type. When fastening a screw, You want to ensure that the drill driver body and drill bit is parallel with the screw. When you're ready to fasten, again, ensure parallelism. Add firm pressure to the back of the drill body and slowly apply pressure to the trigger. To remove a fastener, simply toggle the drill to the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise position and follow the same procedure. To adjust the depth of your screw or fastener, adjust the clutch settings to ensure that the head of the fastener remains flush with the surface of your material. A little bit of trial and error may be required, and I highly recommend starting with a scrap piece of wood to make sure that your settings are set adequately for your fastener and material. Fastening with an impact driver is very similar to that of a drill driver. The major difference being is there is no clutch between the chuck and the drill body. The only settings on a drill driver are counterclockwise and clockwise. Counterclockwise to remove the fastener and clockwise to apply a fastener. The same principles apply. Engage your drill bit to the fastener head. Make sure it is parallel to the fastener that you're fastening. Apply light pressure to the back of the drill body and apply pressure to the trigger. You'll notice with the impact driver, there was loud impact noises. That is perfectly normal, and that is the impact mechanism working the way it should be. I hope you enjoyed my demonstration of the use and operation of a drill driver and impact driver. Join us next time at Boring Guy DIY.